Good morning, Wild Pack. Woo! What's up, Wild Pack? Good morning. Good morning. It's great to stay up late because I got bad insomnia. Good morning to you. Don't sweat the small stuff. Nikki, you are so right. Then that is the theme of today because everything is small stuff. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Teapot, I know there you are. Thank you so much. You guys, I totally forgot Teapot last time. I felt terrible. But thank you to Teapot and Amy. Give them a round of applause. They always take such good care of us. And good morning to everybody. My longtime subscribers. I'm watching y'all fill up the chat. I love you. You know I do. And all you newcomers, welcome. Wow, we got a lot of stuff to talk about today. A lot. So if you're wondering what I'm doing with my readers, my glasses, I'm trying to see the screen and read everything that's going on here because y'all are always having too much fun. Like I said one day, buenos dias, Natalia. Buenos dias. ¿Cómo está? So in any event, welcome to the Pick a Card Daily Tarot Reading for Wednesday. And today all we're going to do is get rid of fear. We are banishing fear to the cornfield, and I will tell you why. Because from last week to this week, the amount of people that I've talked to that are in a full-on, straight-up, no-joke panic, I'm like, y'all. And I want to share a story with you all this morning that is, why do little likes people like? I don't know what that means, Natalia, but I like the like. Oh, hit the like button. Oh, you guys, thank you so much. Yeah, I'm terrible at my own, I'm so bad at my own marketing. But yes, I really should say that. If you would please like this video, subscribe to my channel. It helps other people tap into the animal magic. And yeah, so anyway, let me tell you guys what was going on Monday's reading when I jumped on the live. And you can't make this stuff up. Unfortunately, I can't prove it scientifically, but I believe what I'm about to say with all my heart. And by the way, I have worn my most powerful, my most powerful famous shaman stone this morning because when I had to put all my bear energy, everything on, because today is going to be blowing stuff out of the water like nobody's beeswax. Beeswax, I tell you, beeswax. So, I know. Everybody was freaked out about Facebook. I'm like, so you had to step away from social media for a while. Now, that having been said, here's why I say build your own website, have your own forums, put things on your own server. Don't sharecrop on other people's lands. And sharecropping means that they own the property, but you rent a little part of it. And you for sure don't want to pin your business hopes on something you're not even paying for, because they will come snatch that away whenever they want to, as evidenced by this past week. Oh, they didn't go down for, half an hour. They went down for hours and hours and hours. And some people didn't get their service back all over the world till like 2 or 3 o'clock the next morning or whatever. In any event, so yeah, word to the wise. But here's the thing. I know, Lily, she's like, I didn't even notice. Good for you, Lily. But anyway, I'm telling you, there are businesses out there that lost hundreds of thousands of dollars because when they're not online, people can't buy. And they were mad, but I'm like, how do you be mad at something you've been getting for free for all this time? And Facebook is not responsible for your business. You're responsible for your business. Just saying. But anyway, listen, y'all. So let me tell you, there was some serious business going on on Monday morning. Literally as I was hitting go live on Restream, which is what I use. You guys keep asking me stuff, what I use to stream. I use Streamlabs OBS and Restream. Restream.io and Streamlabs OBS, and that's what I use to stream all the different places that I do. But I mean, the minute that I hit go live, my text message pinged through, and it was my friend Sue. And you guys have been so nice to send all kinds of loving emails and text messages and messages of all kinds for Keith Sutton. Good morning, Keith Fletcher. Keith Fletcher, you were so sweet about it. He was the innocent bystander. He was the innocent bystander recipient of don't die energy and prayer energy this past Monday. But he was all good about it because some people would get up in arms about it. No joke, y'all. So anyway, so as I was getting on Monday, Keith was coding. Like, they were paddles, shots, CPR, everything they could do to bring him back to life right at the moment that I clicked on Monday. And you guys immediately sent those prayers and whatever, and the doctors had been coming out telling my friend Sue, this is going to be the last time. It's not, there's no coming back from this one. You've got to prepare yourself, so on and so forth. Guess what? They brought him back. Guess what? He's stable. Guess what? So I can't prove that you all helped, but I believe it in my soul of souls. I believe it, because it was, I mean, listen, it's not like, there's a level of coding, although there really is. If you ask a medical professional that's around, like my niece is a trauma nurse, right? And she's like, well, it's kind of like that scene in Princess Bride. Well, he's mostly dead. He's not totally dead. He's mostly dead. I think I can bring him back. It's kind of like that in the medical world. And I'm not being flippant and I'm not being funny. It really is that way. But he was like on the other side, but he's back and just as coherent as ever. And, he's calling it short naps and it, anyway, but I know that your energy buoyed him up. I know it. So I really I thank you. Maria Colon, ¿cómo está, mi amor? So in any event, I really, I just, hey Maria, will you put your website address in here for all the witchy poos that are on my channel, so that they can find their way to your gorgeous, gorgeous website. Gorgeous. Good morning, Lisa. Good morning, everybody. So in any event, if you guys would have the energy, the extra energy that you would kindly keep sending the love, the love, the love, the love, the love. Remember, don't pray for anything specific. Don't send him anything specific. Just send him love, 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 love. I really believe that helped. So here's what we're doing today. All I'm doing is answering questions. Hopefully I can keep up with the order that they come in. But all we're going to work on today is fear. There is so much fear going on. I mean, people, they really did lose their minds at Facebook and Insta and Oculus and Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo and whatever else Facebook owns, which is pretty much half the world, that it went down. Oh my God. Like, they're like, how am I going to eat? How am I going to feed my children's? It's Facebook, y'all. So that tipped the iceberg. And then there's all this, the news is going like, the British are coming about the financial system. And I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to that Evergrande thing over in Japan, where the fourth largest holding in Japan folded like a cheap suit and the fallout from it. And, people are diving off buildings. It's nuts. So yeah, seriously, I don't know what you're saying, what seriously to, but it is what... Amy is straight hungover today. My new moon ritual may look different than yours. Those new moon rituals can knock you out for reals. Okay, so that's for real all we're going to talk about today. But I am going to say one thing. So I am in the middle of a story right now that really has me, it has me riled. It has the mama bear in me slap riled, and I'm ficking to get in my car and I'm ficking to go to Georgia, and here's why. So my friend Johnny Sue, who I tell you all about, she owns the Haven Zoo, and she's in Georgia, and she is this just, oh my God, she is a junior goddess and on her way to full up goddess, and her whole life so far has been nothing except for conservation of animals. And in particular, she's got an affinity for primates. And she lost one of her primates. And let me just tell you guys something. There's a reason I'm starting off with this story. I know you love my stories, but I swear it's going to be short. I'm going to jump right into the readings because I need to give everybody messages today, as many people as I can get to. Whatever your fear is, that's it. There's an animal for you today. And by the way, the mugs have come in, and I chose the tiger mug for this morning, because that's the energy that we are all going to be working with, which is be still, have courage, and speak your truth. Be still, have courage, speak your truth. These go on sale next week. And for those of you that supported the Kickstarter, thank you so much. Depending on what pledge level you pledged, you'll get your pick of one or two. I don't remember. But, oh, dang it. I wanted to show you another one. Maybe I'll run in real quick and get it in just a second. But here's the story. So Johnny lost one of her lemurs the other day, a couple weeks ago. And here is here is one of the reasons that I don't do medical mediumship very often. And this is a prime example of why. So Johnny called me in a panic. She had a lemur that was in the hospital, and she wanted to know what. Oh, hold on. Somebody, you guys want me to hold the mug up again? Basically, it's the animals from the ark except for one. All right, you know what? Let me just go get this other one. Hold on. Don't judge my behind. It has grown considerably. I'm back. Okay, so I have these specially made for the tribe. Here we go. Can you see that? And then on the back of one, it reads, "Stay wild." You like it? Tell me you love it. Just lie to me. And then here's the other version of it. Hold on. Same bears. Same berry bears. But this one reads, "Honor your spirit, stay wild." What do y'all think about these? I love them. If you don't, I'll keep them and have every one of them. So the bears are a little bit smaller on this one. So like when you're holding the mug, they're right in front of you and they're not locked off to the side. So yeah. And if you're holding, like if you're right-handed and you're holding your mug, it's like that. So what do you guys think? You like them? Thank you. I love them. Anyway, there's like 13 different animals. I've got bear, another bear, elephant, white buffalo, panther, jaguar, spider. I remember a couple more, but anyway. So here's the story. So Johnny Sue called me about this lemur, and her specific question was, is this lemur going to be okay from what's wrong with it? Why I have it at the vet? Yes, immediately yes. Okay. Oh, thank you, Maria. Maria, you got to tell me what animals you want. I'm gonna send you some mugs. So, oh, I have raven, owl, cardinal, lion, tiger. You saw. I don't remember. There's a few others. I just don't remember. But anyway, I'll dig them out. We'll see them all. So all of that said, I was like, yes, immediately. And I went through everything, but I was like, but look, Johnny, there's something wrong in her throat. There's something wrong in her throat. No, that's got to be where they trached her, and she's just sore. No, Johnny, you got to check something else in her throat. Check something else in her throat. But that's all she wanted to know was that. And I was like, okay. And I went on about my merry business. And the lemur died the next morning. Because why? Its intestines were twisted, and there's no coming back from that. I don't know if you guys know anything about twisted intestines in animals. I know a lot about it from horses. Not only can you almost never detect it, but it's by the time you detect it, you try to, they don't recover ever from that. But how was she to know, right? And how was I to know? Because, oh, there is a wolf, Valerie. I did get the wolf. You know what? Hold on, y'all. Let me, hold on. Let me just share this. Hold on while I'm talking about this, and then I'll get back to this story. Give me a second. I'll get in the folder. I really hope... Oh, sweet Jesus, I hope this does not dump me off the feed. I'm still getting used to this sharing thing by using Restream and whatnot. I'm always so freaked out I'm going to get booted off the feed. Oh, I've got matching magnets too, y'all. Those magnets are so cool. And altar cards. Hold on. So, all right, let me just share this. Hold, please. See if you guys can see this. If you're on phones, it's going to look like an ant is on it. All right, hold on. Okay. All right, if you can see these, so there's the, all right, there's the bear. Can you see it? I hope you can see it. Can you guys see that? Yes, I have several birds and a spider. Okay, so there's bear. Go within, have courage, enjoy life's sweetness. There's bumblebee. She's so pretty. Look at BBB. Oh, I can blow this up. Can you guys see that better? Oh, good. Okay. B is trust in miracles, manifest abundance, live a colorful life. Push it over. Over which way? That way? Wait, hold on. Let me try to see this. Oh, my bad. Is that better? Yeah. Okay, I'm looking on my screen. Okay, that's better. I got to move the chat over so I can see what y'all are saying. Thank God I have two monitors. Thank you, Amy. Okay, so there's the bee. Here is the Black Panther. Who doesn't love that? Live mindfully, find balance, stay true to yourself. Right? Okay, there is Cardinal. Cardinals are like one of the most popular spirit animals. Everybody's convinced their grandma and their moms come talk to them through Cardinal. And I got to tell you, at this point, I believe it's true. There's Cardinal. Family is everything. Sing your own song. Shine your brightest. I love that Cardinal, man. It looks right into your face. I love it. That Cardinal's like, listen, get it together. Which is really what Cardinals look like in real life. Oh, my elefante. Maria, I got to speak Spanish all day long to the guy that detailed my car. He's got the most fascinating life. He's from Venezuela, but grew up in India. So cool. Speaks like 14 languages, this guy. Elephant, be gentle, be mighty, be peace. Love it. This is one of my favorites. You guys like the elephant? No, Cardinals do not put up with BS. They will slap dive bomb your head for no apparent reason other than you walked in your own yard. They'll go right past your head. I'm like, what? Here is leopard. This is the ultimate shaman's mug. Stay grounded, be authentic, live life with passion. Doesn't that jaguar look like it is coming right out of the mug? Oh, right? Wow. Ganesha, right? Lisa, I'll send you a whole set. Let's see. Well, let's see. Oh, lion. Oh, I love my animals. And there's like, I've got like 25 more to do. I just wanted to do these and get them started, but my friend that does all of the design and gets them printed for me and everything, she's working on the next ones. I have the proof of white buffalo, but not on a mug yet, so I'll wait till it's on a mug. Claim your personal power, be strong, stand with pride, and eat anybody who's trying to kill your ecosystem. Where are my witches? Where are my witches? Where are my shaman? You know y'all need this owl. Trust your intuition. Be fierce. Talk to the moon. I want all of them. Teapot. Teapot Christmas is coming. Yule is coming. You never know what can happen. This, I'm telling you right now, is going to be the best-selling mug of all time. Right here. Live a magical life. Laugh out loud. Love the mystery. Right? Where are my witches? Where are my shaman? I'm healing my body back. I'm dealing with opposing forces and healers. Am I on the right? Good morning, Elisa. We're talking about mugs right now. I'll get to your question, and that's not the question. We're only talking about fear today, so figure out what you're afraid of, and I'll answer your question. Or maybe that's a question. You need to know what you're afraid of. Best snake mug ever. I know this is going to creep some of you guys out. I don't have Puffin yet, Pearl, but it's next on the list. It is. It's next on the list. I'm telling y'all, I got like 25 more. Y'all, there are 149 animals in the ark. My idea is to make at least 50 of these designs with the mug. Shed what doesn't serve. Stay connected to the earth. Keep your chakras clean. And this is going to be like people that do chakra work, a lot of like body healing work. They're going to want this mug for sure. He looks really kind of fun and friendly, but this is a blue pit viper. They're not friendly. I've got to believe that they have some loving cell somewhere in there, but probably only one. Snakes are not known for their cuddliness. This is a super powerful one, especially for those of you guys stepping into shamanism. Spider energy, especially wolf spider. Any of you guys that are feeling goddess energy, any of you all that are feeling called to heal Mama Earth, these are all of her babies. Wolf spider is the only, you know, spider that I know of, and really the only animal that I know of that carries her babies on her back like that, you know, through just, let me not go into the whole gestation of a wolf spider, but anyway, weave your best life, walk in balance, seek sacred wisdom. Okay. Here's the bears. You saw that. You saw tiger. Ah, wolf. Valerie, here's your wolf, honey. Make time to play, lead the pack, and howl at the moon. No. Oh my God. Beverly, your screen is frozen on the snake mug. Didn't you just have a big old snake come visit you? See, I keep trying to tell you, Bev, about these snakes. You'll get it eventually. Right? Okay, so there we go. All right, so I'm going to stop sharing the screen. Maybe, possibly. Did it stop? It was supposed to stop. I don't think it did. Oh, goodness. Holy guacamole. Well, you can see my screensaver. It's a lovely Celtic countryside so that I can keep England in my heart for when I can get back there and live there part-time. That's what I'm choosing, you all, just so you know. I'm choosing to, oh man, now you're going to have to see my screen. All right, here's the only problem. I don't know how to stop it. Hold on. Remove. Nope, I don't want to remove it. Okay, Mama Bear doesn't know what she's doing. Sorry, y'all. Not really sure how to get that gone away. Yikes. Hi, Barbie Huncho. On Twitch. Thank you for following me. I appreciate it. Barbie, what you can't see, honey, in the chat is that I've got another chat open that's pulling in chat from Facebook and from YouTube. For whatever reason, it doesn't show up in the Twitch stream. I don't know why. I'm trying to get it fixed, but nonetheless, dang y'all, I'm sorry. I don't know how to fix this screen. We may just have to do, oh wait, maybe if I just go, haha, ta-da! What's wrong with me? All right, I got it right. Okay, goodness. All right, great. So we're going to get back, and what I'm going to do now is, I'm glad you guys like the mugs. Basically, the magnets look exactly like the mugs. They're just magnets, and they're 2x3. They're really thick and heavy. They're really, really good quality. And I'm gonna put those things everywhere. I just love them. Iced coffee. So, let me finish this story about this lemur. So this lemur died, and I felt like I can't even, I mean, I've been doing this business, this job, this calling long enough. I know that you can't be 100% accurate 100% of the time. The problem was I was accurate. It's not me. I'm not me. It wasn't me being afraid to be wrong. It was, God dang it, I told this kid something wrong. Not that I told her wrong. I heard it wrong. I saw it wrong. Did I let my own feelings, because I didn't want her to suffer. I didn't want the lemur to suffer. Did I let my own feelings get in my way? And no, actually, I didn't, because the question that she had, I got the answer from Spirit. But the question that we both didn't ask, is there anything else to look out for? We didn't ask. Now, I did keep saying about her throat. Come to find out, when you've got twisted intestines and whatever, it does cause you to throw up. And the lemur had been throwing up tremendously, and they chalked it up to dehydration and a whole bunch of other things. Duh. Anyway, there would have been nothing she could do for the poor. Anyway, my friend Johnny has been heartbroken. So in the meantime, I said, look, Johnny, I said, this is not like, you know, you asked me the question, am I ever going to have any more lemurs? Because she was afraid that lemur energy would not want to come to her anymore because one of her lemurs died. And I'm like, Johnny, it doesn't work like that. No. And I feel like you're going to have not one, but two really soon, like within the next couple months. Well, don't you know, a couple days ago, she had the opportunity to get what's called a mating pair of lemurs from a private zoo. And she pinged me about it. And I was like, I feel you have to have these. These are the ones that came to me when I did the reading for you, right? And she was like, okay. And then it was this whole big thing about money. She's a privately held charity. My God. I mean, you know, this kid lives off of ramen pride, so she can do these things for these animals. I mean, I'm telling you, I am telling you, I am telling you, I am telling you, a more committed person to animals, she's right up there. Her and Jane Goodall, right? So anyway, so we worked together and made it possible for her to get the lemurs. She's supposed to pick them up today. She just pinged me on Facebook 2 seconds before I jumped on the live, and they backed out of the deal. I'm like, they what? They backed out of the deal. Well, here's what I didn't know. I kept saying, look, I feel terribly uncomfortable about who these lemurs will go to if you don't get them. We have to get them. We have to get them. I feel terrible about who they're going to go to. She goes, well, they would probably go to a breeder. I said, what? What are you talking about? I got a whole education from the state of Georgia and their laws and their rules and whatever about breeding. Now, I rarely offer my opinion about things because I don't want to start a blow up on my channel. This is why I don't talk about politics and I don't talk about religion. And I ask people kindly not to do it. And if they do it, they get one chance and they got to go. There's a reason for that. But let me go on record as saying animal breeding and the selling of those babies of any kind, I would encourage you not to be on my channel. I would encourage those people not to be on my channel because you cannot possibly claim to love animals and be all for animals if you are breeding them and selling their babies. In particular, monkeys, primates. They're like a half a DNA away from being human. What happens? What would happen if we started a breeding program with humans? Well, sure, let's make you mate with this person and then we're going to sell your offspring. Do you know what that does to an animal? Do you have any idea what that does? Psychologically, I do. I grew up in the farming community. I know exactly what it does. So I always think very harshly. Oh, yes, I do. I think very harshly of people who breed animals for a living. Now, if you're breeding them for conservation purposes because lemurs are endangered, that's one thing. If you're in a facility that can handle that with the care and the medicine and the good care and not... That's one thing, okay? That's one thing. But breeding them to sell, good luck with your soul on that one. Good luck with that karma on that one. So when I found that out, that was it, man. It was signed, sealed, and delivered. Let's get those lemurs. So somebody backed out of it this morning, and I psyched out and I went, it's about money. I said, call them back right now. Tell them you know it's about money. Just let's do this dance. Let's do the dance. So we're in the middle of doing a dance about getting these lemurs. And I would really appreciate it if you guys would send energy because they will go to breeders if they don't. They will go. Now, this pair happens to be a breeding pair, whatever that means. I can only assure you these two lemurs didn't pledge everlasting love to each other and show up at a zoo and say, we'd like to live here for the rest of our life and breed as many babies as we can for you. I feel absolutely confident in saying that. So that said, here's the story. From the fear that gripped everybody with the Facebook and the Insta and the Oculus and whatever outage, to the whole nonsense being spread about the looming economic blah, 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 to everybody, this is always the time of year people start going this, because why? Because as we get closer and closer to the 31st, the veil gets thinner and thinner and thinner, and more truths and more bombshells of realizations and understandings and whatever. And let me just tell you guys this, speaking of which. So I tell you guys all the time, I'm like, I'm having to eat meat for my health to keep my iron up. You don't know you cannot possibly know what that does to me internally. And I finally decided I'm done. I don't care what it takes. I'm going to find some way to be healthy and thrive without eating meat. I can't stand it. I don't care. If I have to chew, I don't even know. If I have to go mine iron ore and chew on it myself, I'm going to figure out a way. But do you know what else I came to the conclusion to? I am absolutely addicted to TV cooking and baking competitions. I'm going to stop watching them. How can I possibly take any enjoyment? When they start to cook the live lobsters and crabs, we're done here. So yeah, I'm gonna have to stop watching it because I just, that's not in alignment with what I believe in. Believe me, I will miss you, Chef Ramsay. I will. In fairness, though, in season 8 of MasterChef, they did introduce a humane way of stunning or killing, quote unquote, the lobsters and crabs before they plop them in the boiling water, which is awesome. And did you guys know that oysters, if you eat them raw, are live when you eat them? I was 54 years old when I found that out a month ago. I will never eat another oyster as long as I live. And I am absolutely furious with myself. I am a Floridian. Do you know how many oysters I've sat on a beach and eaten while I swilled margaritas and danced to Jimmy Buffett and and drums, like tin drum music, and spoke Jamaican that I don't even speak? And oh my God, how did I not know that? How did I not? Sorry, Amy, it's true. Look it up. I thought somebody was pulling my leg. And listen, let me just say this. I know, Kara, I've often wondered why there's not a vegetarian cooking show. Let me just say this. I don't judge anybody who eats meat, and I'll tell you why. Because at the end of the day, humans are animals, and we have as much right to thrive here as any other animal. And in our bodies, there's a great debate about, I don't want to go into the whole vegetarian body is designed to do this, do that, because there are so many good arguments on both sides of the camp. I don't judge, because that's, in my mind, we're animals. That's a scientific fact. And not all of us are going to be okay being vegetarian and vegan. It's not going to be good for our health. And again, we have as much right to exist on this planet as the rest of the animals. Anyway, let me not go down that rabbit hole. We'll be here all day. But anyway, so today we're talking about fear, because I'm telling you, in the last 3 days, the emails, the texts, the phone calls, mostly texts and phone calls about everybody's fear. I'm like, okay, we're going to talk about that. So let's go. So there was a question. Somebody said she had fear of healing her body. I don't remember who that was. Elisa, I think I remember your name. I don't remember seeing you. Hey, Cheryl Ryder. Cheryl, some of them do. Absolutely. Yes. The problem with, well, that's a whole nother rabbit hole to go down about that federal legislation about privately owned wildcats, primates, whatever. Yes, I hear you. And there's another side to that. I happen to know 24 people that have private zoos. They take better care of those animals than they do their own kids. Okay, Elisa, I don't know if you're still on the channel, but you said something about being afraid to heal yourself. I don't remember. Right, Cheryl? The sorrow of life is that it feeds on life. Listen, believe me. And you have to find a way. See, you guys, this is why Cheryl Ryder is like my guru. She's one of the wisest people I know. Honest to goodness. I mean, anyway, and we have to find a way to walk joyfully amongst the sorrows of the world. Triple Scorpio, I have to repeat to that myself while I oscillate, or I do nothing but be perfect. Hello, Elisa. I'd be depressed all day, every day, because I dream of a world where living things don't have to consume other living things to live. So there's that. Even plants, y'all. Don't get me started about the feelings of plants. I know the science behind that, and it's a thing. It's true. Ooh, my iced coffee is true. All right, Elisa. Listen, sis. I don't know you. Oh, thank you, Cherry. Thank you for the donation. Thank you very, very, very much. Okay, Kimberly. Da la 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 la. You judge people who eat veal. Okay, now. We'll have none of that. I understand. But let's not flame up my channel, please. But I understand that, believe me. Okay, so Condor. Listen, Elisa. Here we go, honey. Whatever your fear is, the King of Swords. Truth, final authority, brilliant mind. So here's I have had so many people ask me, yes, thank you for supporting the animals. By the way, Elise, I'm going to get back to your reading. I want to say something to you guys. What do you think of this idea? Because here's the thing. 50% of what I make on this channel goes to the animals. Who am I kidding? My financial advisor is like, Bernadette, ramp it down a notch. Okay, with the donations, ramp it down a notch. I'm like, listen, that's my business. That's my business. But here's the thing. Cherry, I appreciate that very much. Okay, Elisa, I'm going to get back to this in a second. But you know what, you guys? I'm thinking about doing a thing called $500 Fridays, where on Fridays I donate $500 worth of stuff, like a free reading or a few free readings, some decks, some mugs, some something, but only to the people who will prove to me that they donated in kind, or in money or in kind, somehow by working somewhere or doing something, that same amount of value. Hey, SKQL8, how are you? Those of you that are joining me on Twitch, let me just say, I really appreciate you showing up, and thank you for joining. I appreciate that very much. For some reason, I can't get the chat that's coming in from my Facebook and my YouTube, but there's a bunch of people on there, and you guys are the only ones here on Twitch. You can't see them. They can see you. So I do try to get to all questions, but I can't. You guys don't see the people that are in front of you. So just know that I'm not ignoring you, my Twitch homies, but there's a whole nother thing going on. But here's the thing. So I'm thinking, so what do you guys think about that? Yeah, you can do whatever you want, Kelly. Yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, you guys. For anybody that won those last decks, it's all on me. Well, it's not really all on me. I asked all y'all that won all those decks over the last couple of weeks to send me your right address, and Amy and I've only gotten a few of the emails. Amy, grab that list, please. I hope you guys don't mind if we put your name in the chat if I need your mailing address still. But yeah, whatever you want. If you want a couple of mugs or whatever from the mugs, just let me know and I'll throw those in there. Okay. My accountant is gonna, well, no, not really, Kimberly, because here's the thing. So what I'm thinking about doing is I'll donate my time and my stuff if y'all will donate to the animals. So like, I don't know that I can do that every Friday, but maybe like one Friday a month, do like one $500 Friday a month, where I'll give away $500 worth of stuff. But before you get your stuff, before you get your reading, before you get your mugs, your this, your that, your whatever, you have to show me that you either volunteered for a day somewhere, or you stroked a check somewhere, or you did something that was for the animals. That way we're passing it along and we're passing it along and passing it along. Anyway, I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Okay, so nobody's are on the way yet, Lily. I was trying to send them all out together, but I didn't. So okay, so here's the story. All right, Elisa, back to you. So many people have asked me why I would choose a condor, a bird that was walking on the ground. I didn't choose this. The animals spoke to me. And when this picture showed up, when this condor showed up, look at him. He looks just like a king. Look at the mantle around his neck and the cloak that's down around him. And look at that stern, focused, I'm the man face, right? And this is the face that also says, if you want something done right, you better do it yourself. And this is also the face of authority, like, I'm coming for you. So here's the thing. Elisa, I don't remember your whole question. The only thing that caught my eye was that you were afraid to heal yourself. I don't know why that is. I don't think you know why that is. Elisa, can you plop your question down? I'm afraid of being able to heal my back self completely on my own, and I'm scared of healers, my boundaries, creating more trauma. Am I on the right path to following my sensitivity? Okay, that's a lot of different questions. I'm not going to answer your am I on the right path following my sensitivity? That's a yes or no question, and I don't answer those. You're new here. You don't know why. It's because it's not the whole question, right? Nobody ever gets a whole answer by just yes or no. So you didn't really ask a question about you're afraid of not being able to heal your back self completely on your own. And you're scared of healers and your boundaries, that kind of thing, creating more trauma. Right. So here's the thing. Right, Don? Exactly. So that's why this condor is stomping around on the ground, is because, what was it Don said? Super wise, as always. Complete ownership and control of land as well as sky. There you go. You got to remember, y'all, we are infinite creatures. We always think of ourselves as only being as powerful or as big as our bodies are. No, this is just a meat suit. You, the real you, is part of the everything. You are infinite and you are limitless. You're as big as you dream, can think of, can choose. Because the human mind, while we're having this human experience, can't even fathom how big that is, right? You just can't even fathom it. So here's the thing, Elisa. So this card is for you and this animal is for you. Now, psychically, what I'm saying is this. And I got to be honest, Elisa, I don't know that this is so much psychic because I'm my age and I've read over 65,000 people at this point. I mean, I've observed so many things. You just have trust issues. Whether for yourself or other people, you just have trust issues. There's your fear. You don't trust. And especially because your problems are in your back, that is super root chakra, super foundational trauma. And you just don't trust. I can't help you with that. You have to help you with that. And I think this card is exactly the card, right? Final authority, truth is that's it. You are the final authority. Now, the universe is the final authority, but you're part of the universe, and the universe is not just going to show up and go, poof, be healed. That's not how it works. In my estimation, it might work like that for somebody. It don't work like that for me. But all that said, I honestly, Spirit's shrugging its shoulders and going, she's got trust issues. That's where her fear is. So you might be afraid of, in your conscious mind, you're afraid of what you think you're afraid of, but that's not what the fear is. The fear is you fear everything and everybody, period. Because you don't trust anything at all, period. End of story. So I would encourage you to check that out. I don't do that kind of work, which is why I constantly say I'd be a terrible healer and I'd be a terrible life coach. I'd be like, pull yourself up by your bootstraps. It's this is why I don't do that work. I would be terrible at it. So there you go, honey. I hope that was helpful for you. And I would encourage you to read everything you can about Condor and everything you can about the King of Swords, because let me tell you something. When the King of Swords fells that sword, it is swift and true. Oh yes, it is no joke. Woo, like my iced coffee with 4 shots of espresso in it. All right, who's the next question? Christina Della Torre. Your fear is that your life has changed finally for the better. When this happens, usually something happens to destroy my happiness. How do I calm my mental stability of fear? That is a great question. Actually, they're all great questions. But if I had a nickel for every person that something great happens, and then they've got something negative or a fear-based something that follows that up, well, it's just for now, or man, I wonder when the other shoe will drop, or blah. If I had a nickel for every person that I talk to that has that same thing, my accountant wouldn't have to yell at me. I could just have all the money to give away I wanted to give away. Okay, so here's the thing. Let's find out what animal is going to help you with that. Here's the thing, you guys. I keep trying to tell people this too. Nobody wants to listen. They'll listen eventually. What is it this morning? Okay, listen. It's already started this morning. This is craziness. Another king card. The King of Pentacles. Good. Is there any more perfect of an animal or a card? The King of Pentacles. Power. Wealth. What? Okay, listen. when we, it's this conundrum. It's like this. It's like the song in Guys and Dolls. Don't rock the boat. Don't rock the boat. Don't rock the boat. It. We're so programmed. I don't know how this happens. We're so programmed that, well, I'm not lucky, or I never win anything, or, like I was born in poverty. Well, I wasn't really. My mom and dad were a middle class, nice Jewish family in Miami. And then they divorced, and, you know, my dad was like, bye, bye. And he was a nasty fighter. He gave my mom a choice: sign off, and I don't pay you a dime. I don't pay child support. I don't pay alimony. I don't pay nothing. Or I'm going to fight you and have you declared an unfit mother, and I'm going to take those kids. That was the choice he gave my mom. Now, I wasn't her. I don't know about the times. I don't know other conversations that went on. I don't know what her fears were. I was 6 when all this was going on. But I know my mom, because I got this trait from her: you're not going to hold me in. You're not going to keep me in jail. You're not going to keep me in bondage. The F word, you. I'm a fan of that word too. I just don't say it in public. So, Amy will tell you though. So, anybody that knows me will tell you. And that was it. She didn't want his money, and she promptly worked 4 jobs almost to the day she was killed. So, that said, my mom wanted to be her own person, and she wanted to instill that in us. She did not want to have to depend on anyone. She wanted to self-actualize, and self-actualize she did. And so it's very interesting to me about 2 kings showing up in a row, and this one is about pentacles. So, Christina, when you're talking about how do I get rid of that fear that, something great has happened, but traditionally in my life, something bad has happened after something good has happened. People, they start to get in their heads, well, maybe I'm experiencing karma, maybe I'm paying off karma. Somebody pinged me the other day and told me that some reader had told them that they had agreed to pay the karmic debt of somebody else. What? Like, I can't prove it's not true. It may be true. That may be a thing. But to me, it just doesn't make any sense in terms of natural law. It's not like you can co-sign on the sins that someone else does. It's like this person says, hey, I'm going to be a total S-head out in the world. I'm going to wreak mayhem and cause drama and cause negativity. But I would really like you to pick up the tab karmically for that. And you go, I'm happy to co-sign for that. What? Like, I'm not saying that's not possible. Because if you look at what parents will go through to protect their children, I have the unfortunate, I happen to know a couple who had a child, they still have this child, who is a psychopath. A diagnosed, oh my God, I can't believe my child did that, psychopath. And if this psychopathic kid wasn't in lockdown, this psychopathic kid would be a serial killer. Do you have, but what they went through to protect him until they couldn't any longer, all I could say is, and this is why I never had children, and this is why in nature, some parents eat their own young. Now, it galls me, it pains me, it rips what is left of my heart out of my chest to see that. But I'm telling you, I personally have rescued any number of animals that had we not gone to great lengths to rescue them, they would have died because they had failure to thrive or something was wrong with them, like mentally wrong. I had a cat one time that, I mean, thank God this cat, it died early because there were so many things wrong with this cat mentally. It was a danger to itself and everybody else. And it was just a cat. I mean, can you imagine if it was an elephant or a tiger or, I don't know. But what I'm saying is I don't know why you think it is that bad things happen to you that destroy your happiness. But whatever your belief system is exactly what's going to happen. And that is not the answer you want. But the King of Pentacles is, yes, it's a money card. But remember, a pentacle is a 5-pointed star: earth, air, fire, water, and spirit. It's the encapsulation, it's the embodiment, it's the amalgamation of everything all at one time. And that's the power that's behind you, because you are that power. And so I don't know where the pattern came from. I know for me, I grew up hearing, God, my mom would sit there, and I will never forget, man, she'd sit in her chair late at night, she'd be exhausted, and she'd be like, God dang, 2 steps forward and 3 steps back, because we just get ahead, and then something would happen, and then we had to choose between doing that or do we eat till the end of the month when she got paid again. We only went grocery shopping once a month because we lived 32 miles outside of town. She couldn't afford the gas. She couldn't afford the gas to go to town to get groceries once a week. We had to stock up on everything once in that month because that's what she had the gas money for. Like, I can tell you about poor, right? Now, not as poor as other people, but it was po. So once I realized I had that mentality, because I watched that pattern in my own life, 2 steps forward and 3 steps back. What I realized was I was seeing everything through that filter, and I was making choices based on that filter. And when I started to really slow down and examine it, choice by choice by choice by choice, you know, I rarely have things go wrong. Rarely. When I see them starting to list sideways, I move away from that so fast. I just had it happen. I was talking about a business thing with somebody. It looked all right. I was sniffing around it. I even committed to it, still sniffing around it. And then they turned into a crazy person. And I said, happy trails to you until we meet again in another life, because it's not going to be this one. So that's it. Move away from the things that are going to drag you down, and keep Natalia, don't put your address here. Email it. Well, now everybody knows. Now everybody can send Natalie a Halloween card. Okay, so King of Pentacles, that's it. I would suggest, Christina, you read everything you can read about rhinoceros and about King of Pentacles. And I hope that was a good message for everybody, because 2 kings in a row, we're going to Vegas, baby. I'm telling you right there. All right, I don't know what the next question is, but it's Blue Heron and it's the dance of life. So let me get to the next question. Mindy, I filed for divorce. Ooh, those are great numbers. I hope you lawyer up, Mindy. Working with horses that are banged up, misunderstood, or are seniors, trying to promote the saddlebred breed for sport horses. One name, oh my God. I like that bird. Scorpio Power, my first live. Oh, hey, Naturally Nesha. Hope you're enjoying it. Hi, Rive. I hope I'm going down in the chat trying to stay in order. Teapot will explain. Christina De La Torre. Okay. Oh wait, what is happening? Okay, here we go. Elisa, you're afraid to walk because I don't want to hurt myself more. Oh my God, Elisa, I'm just seeing your statement. Oh my God, Elisa, I'm just seeing your statement, and what card came out for you? Honey, it's a bird that's walking. Are you kidding me right now? Elisa, God, tell me you're still on this live. Tell me you're on this chat. Oh my God, I've got goosebumps everywhere. I just read your thing about you're afraid to walk. Don't be afraid. Condor will show you how. This is an animal that normally flies. Like, they fly more than they land, but they don't walk. They land, but they don't walk. This one is just taking a stroll. In amongst the poppies, right? Poppies. Maybe that's the answer to your poppies. These aren't poppies. They're little, I don't know, beautiful yellow wildflowers. But oh my gosh, Elisa, there you go. Okay, hold on. I'm getting to the next question. I don't know what. Oh, Dawn, can fear be a life lesson? Something attaching itself in youth, driving one to a deeper understanding, and for what purpose? Is it a requirement for empaths? Fear follows some people everywhere. Okay, so that's a really good question. Can fear be a life lesson? So here, oh Lord, oh my God, Dawn, blue heron, diplomacy, peacemaking, right? All right. Positive omens, peacemaking, diplomacy. And if you look at it, it's the dance. Every time I pull this card for someone, which actually is not very often, it's about doing a dance with someone or something. Can fear be a life lesson? Sure. I don't see why it wouldn't be. Because honestly, and this is just an opinion, I can't prove any of this, it's just an opinion. I just can't figure out any other reason why we're here on Earth, unless we've done something really bad someplace else and this is our punishment, like Earth is our jail, because I'd be inclined to believe that. As much beauty as there is here, this is the upside. What did somebody tell me the other day? In Jewish mysticism, this world, and the Hanged Man in particular, the Hanged Man tarot card represents someone who sees that we are in an upside down world. And we are. This world is upside down. No two ways about it. Even if you take it from the most basic, we have to consume, everything has to consume something else to stay alive. That's upside down. There are dimensions I feel confident that doesn't exist. So something's not stirring the Kool-Aid for us to even be here in the first place. But sure, can fear be a life lesson? Sure, why not? Sneezing can be a life lesson if it's if it's relevant. Is it a requirement for empaths? I don't think it's a requirement for empaths, and I will have to tell you, people use that word a lot, empaths. They're like, people will say, well, I'm an empath. Yeah, I know. And you're psychic, and you're a medium, and you're a tarot reader, and you're everything else because you're alive. It is just that simple. And I would count, here is why I say that, and here is why I deliver that always with such, like, looking at them like, because we've been taught, and I really believe, let's not start talking about conspiracy theories. Maybe one day we will. Maybe one day we will. No religion and no politics, but conspiracy theories. I honest to goodness believe that at some point, people that wanted to rule the world, wanted all the rest of us not to understand how powerful we are. Because you can't rule the world unless you can control other people and other things, right? Right. Okay. So we've been tortured and we've been killed, for those of us way back in the day that kept trying to teach people this stuff, the mysticism schools and the mystery schools and the this schools and the that schools, to teach people how to work with their own natural powers. These are not gifts, y'all. They're not gifts. When people are like, I discovered my psychic gift when I was 12 and I'm an empath. Okay, so am I. And so is my crazy neighbor. Y'all have a tweaker neighbor who loves my recycle bin. He's fascinated by my recycle bin. And I'm fascinated that he's fascinated by my recycle bin. I've stood there and watched and said, are you looking for anything in particular? Can I help you with anything? No. Okay. And I'm just going about my merry business because he's psychic. He's an empath. He's intuitive because we're born that way. Trees are born that way. Animals are born that way. So we're all empaths. And I do think some amount of fear is healthy, because it keeps you alert, but the word fear is inflammatory. And so maybe if we come to think of it that, maybe we can just think of fear as a heightened awareness instead of fear. Well, I have a heightened awareness of blah, 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 blah. A heightened awareness. I think maybe that could help you, Dawn. But I will tell you, Dawn, there's something, Dawn, I don't know why I feel like this, but I wonder if you have a particular connection to the, Asian cultures, because I also find that blue heron only comes out for people who have some kind of loving connection with Asia, the Asian cultures. But anyway, I hope that's helpful. Okay, that is true. Condor is an icon of Peruvian shamanism. Yes, it is, Cheryl. Rhino again. I know, Angel Heart, right? More rhinos. Let's build a foundation and give money away. I'm working on it, Karen Mitchell. I am working on it. Oh, good, Christina. Yay! Crying is a good thing. I almost cried this morning. I never cry. Ever. Really. I did almost cried. And then I remembered. There's no crying. There's no crying in Bernadette's house. All right, hold on. I'm trying to find a question. Anybody got a question? Fear is a roadmap to confidence and self-assurance. Fear pushes us to overcome what we're uncertain of. Enough fear results in greater strength than imagined. Love with strength brings healing. Don, you should start a greeting card line and write all your quippy stuff on greeting cards. You'd make a fortune. Hey, Don, I'm looking for another question, but Don, I keep being pulled towards the visual of everything Asian. Can you just pop in the chat if that's your energy I'm getting? I swear I'm getting it. You got a thing for the Asian culture? Cheryl, right? It's rare that anyone agrees to pay a karmic debt. I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibility. Because when you think about, the sins of the father, that kind of thing, it's not out of the realm of possibility. But to have a reader say that to somebody and this person bought into it hook, line, and sinker, I'm like, I don't know. Is that so, Cheryl? A lot of shamanic healing is disconnecting people from their family karma. That's really interesting. That is so interesting. Look fear in the eye. What's the worst that can happen? Y'all, I have to tell you something. Let me tell you something. Tell you something deeply personal. Here is one of my buttons about fear. I've been a fear warrior since I was a kid. When I was a kid and we first moved to Ocala from Miami, my parents it's a whole long story. Anyway, bottom line is, we didn't roll up to the place that was supposed to be ours until like the dark. And they, my mom and dad had the horses brought from Miami, all the animals, anything. Anyway, the guy that was delivering things, my mom and dad got lost and were running late. And so what happened was, he was like, screw this. And he just left. He unhitched the trailer with these live animals and all this stuff. And he opened the trailer doors so the animals could breathe. What do you think they did? They bailed right out. And they're running all over the woods and, at least staying close to the trailer with the familiar smells and all that kind of thing. And we drive up and there are 2 horses running wild. And anyway, I proceeded to pee my pants. I was 5 and I was already afraid of the dark and I was scared to death and I peed my pants out of fear. My mom said that day when she saw me scared so badly, because I was also the same one that at 4, when I got mad one day, she told me no and she popped me on the behind. She said, when you were 4, you turned around to me, you balled up your fist and you socked me in the face. At 4! At 4, she said, I knew I had a problem with you right then. And she did. But she said I never was going to have my girls, because she used to call us her girls. She said, oh no, you were not going to grow up afraid. That was, nope. And guess what? I didn't. So how about them apples? So I was once afraid like you all. I don't really remember it, although it's in my DNA somewhere. I don't remember it. Okay. I came from, okay, Christina de la Torre. Y'all, I'm looking for questions. 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 Anybody got a question, or are we just going to chitty chat this morning? Mindy, all women love that. The female mates with the male and bites their head off. All women identify with that. Happy trails to you until we meet again in another life. I thank you, Teapot. I'm taking questions, but nobody wants to answer them. See, Cheryl, I believe that too. We're not required by spirit to associate with those whose life vision is harmful for us, regardless of our familiar or cultural indoctrinations. I believe that too. Oh, I didn't see it, Stephine. Hold on. Mugs. Oh, of course fear is holding you back, Stephine, but at least you know that. All right, hold on. I'm going to answer Stephane's question. Stephine, I don't even have to pull a card on this, but I will, because I know you want... Honey, Stephine, I hope you're still here. I am not laughing at you. I'm just like, Wheel of Fortune! The karmic card. It's the karma chameleon card. It's all about the spinning of the wheel and the karmic wheel that we're on, and we're talking about karma. Imagine that. But here's the thing. Bees are about pollination, and without them, our world would collapse. That's a fact, a scientific fact. So I'm going to answer your question, and I would encourage you to research the Wheel of Fortune card, tarot card, and the bee. And I hope you don't mind me just saying this straight out right, but, and Stephine, I hope you're still here. Your fear is that you'll supersede your family. And what that means is I am feeling like you have bigger dreams and aspirations, and know you have the ability and know you have the strength to rise above. And I am not demeaning your family in any way, shape, or form. I'm sure you have a lovely family. But there's something about your energy that wants to step above the life that they lead. Not above like in a negative, egotistical way, but in a way that allows you to have more, to be more, to do more. And that's the fear that's holding you back, is that you're gonna maybe be ostracized by your family. Maybe they'll be, maybe they won't support that. It will cause ill will because you're really family oriented. You love your family, but that's what's holding you back, is something about you want to do more, to be more, to have more. And that's going to mean, it's kind of like when someone says, well, I was the first in my family to go to college. Not like going to college is the benchmark of anything. Wow. Okay, because it's college. And unless you're going to be a doctor or a lawyer or something else that requires that, I mean, really? You're going to get $60,000 in debt to get a marketing degree? Are you kidding me right now? I can teach you everything you ever need to know about marketing in 2 hours for free. Right? Like, that's it. I can even teach you the tools and the metrics to use and all that. 2 hours. Okay. So here's what I'm saying about that. B, Wheel of Fortune, karma. There we have it. Okay. Crazy how the animals come out when they're just, okay. Blue heron. Here we go. Heron patiently. La 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 la. On spin cycle. Pearl, I don't know what you're talking about being on the spin cycle, but I think that's funny that the Wheel of Fortune just came out and you're like, it's on the spin cycle. Wheel of Fortune! Does this transit ma'am ever shut up? No, I don't. Lorena Bobbitt, I don't ever shut up, but you do, because that's what block is for. Bye. Okay. I need a hero. I need a hero. Does anybody have any questions? Okay. Wow. Oh, Adriana Webb. How do I come to terms with the fear of stepping into my own personal power? I feel my fear of speaking my truth is keeping me from living my best life. I'm going to go with you've worn a mask for your whole life. You don't know how to take that mask off. Raccoon, Page of Wands. Can you read the words? Free spirit, enthusiasm, new ideas. But they are also the ultimate mask wearers. And here's what I could tell you. Who was it that asked this question? Adriana Webb. Who was it? Yes, Adriana. I hope you're still here. You have imposter syndrome. Let me try to phrase that differently. Wow, I can't believe I just said it like that. I'm not diagnosing you. I'm not a medical professional, and I'm not telling you what you are or aren't. But it's almost like, actually, it's not almost like, it's like you, right now where you're at, it will never matter what you are awesome at. You could be the best of the best of the best about anything. You could get degrees, you could get awards, you could get accolades, you could get everything that validates you in whatever it is that you're wanting to achieve. And you still would be afraid that you're an imposter, that it's not good enough, that everybody will eventually see that you're a fraud, that you're not really that smart or that accomplished or that talented. And for some reason, I keep seeing orchestrals, I keep hearing orchestral music, but I'm seeing orchestra. Adriana, do you play an instrument, or are you involved in the performing arts? Or do you happen to have a love of orchestral music, opera? Maybe, no, it's not musicals. There's something very highbrow about, I just keep, and I keep seeing everything filled with, like, what I'm seeing is like an opera. No, no, it's more orchestral. Like if you went to see the Boston Pops, or you went to see some, if you were going to go to a concert hall and see Yo-Yo Ma play or something like that. There's something very highbrow, and I keep hearing the word medical, medical, medical. Adriana Webb, are you within the medical community or something, medicine or whatever? And I'm going to skip way down in this chat in case you are still. Oh my God, y'all, I'm way behind on this chat. Holy cow. Adriana, if you're still here, will you just plop? Will you just plop? No, it's okay. Yes. Okay. I don't know what you're answering. Adriana, do you have a thing? Oh, orchestra. My grandmother was an ICU nurse who loved the ballet in New York. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Wow. All right. So maybe, all right, let me see if grandma is coming through, but I kept hearing medical, medical, medical. Okay. Orchestra. Got it. Okay. There we go. All right. This still relates to you though, Adriana. There's something about, okay. Um, Mama's gonna freak. What am I gonna freak? I don't know what I'm gonna freak about. Oh, there we go. Your great grandma played harp in the original Fantasia. Oh my God, how cool is that? That's super cool. Okay. So that's where the okay. So that's where the hey Adelado Marba Rabba Rabba Ram. Piss off. That's just where I'm at today. Piss off. Okay. So here's the story. All right, yes, one more scammer gone. All right, so this is the thing. Here's the bottom line. It's almost like your grandmothers, the ancestors, right? The ancestral wisdom is here supporting you today by sending me those messages, right? Orchestra, highbrow, medical. They're here telling you that take the mask off. You're not, take the mask off. You're not an imposter. They weren't imposters. I don't know what your grandma had. First of all, who learns to play the harp? That's number one. That's the hardest dang instrument ever. And number two, although try to learn the accordion. That'll really mess you up. Um, you come from that line of highly accomplished women. So get over it. And realize that you might be a novice at things, but that's okay. Everybody's got to start somewhere. That's it. That's it. Oh my gosh, that's what they're telling you. I'm like, why is the Page of Wands showing up? Why is the Page of, what is this about? What is it? Yes, it's about masks. Yes, it's about imposter syndrome. Are you starting some new venture or something? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, yeah, I don't know. Some new venture, but moving on. Okay, what time is it? Oh, snap, it's 10:12. Don, I see you. I hope that was helpful, Adriana. Don, I see you wrote, she'll get to me, be patient, perhaps an email or wild form, whatever, she always remembers our questions. I do. I thought I answered your question. Did you have another question, Don? I'm trying to get to as many people as possible. Okay. Welcome everybody new. My bullshit radar. Ricky, Rika Keck. Can we check into my fear starting a new business in CT? Is that Connecticut? Yes, it's live. Hey, you guys. Those of you that are joining me from Twitch, which is SQL8. Thank you. I see you in Twitch. It is live. I'm live and in person right now while you're here. What you can't see is there's a whole nother chat going on that's full from my YouTube channel and from my Facebook. And so there are tons of people here, but you can't see them. My feed is not showing up in my Twitch feed. How can you do a reading? SQL8, ask a question about fear. That's what I'm asking today. I'm helping people overcome their fear. Okay, Jane, I see. Am I overreacting to something someone has done? That's a yes or no question. I don't answer yes or no questions, and so there's a reason for that. They're not helpful to anybody. They only tell you a portion of the story based on that moment. So if you can rephrase that question in something with fear, that would be great. All right, and then can we check into my fear starting a new business? And I think that's Connecticut. Sure. What is your fear? Okay, Rika, I'm going to pull a card for you, and I know you're new. I don't recognize your name, and welcome. I appreciate that you've decided to... Rika, honey, I even snorted. That's when you know it's funny. I don't know you. Please don't take offense to this. I'm very real on my channel. I don't sugarcoat, and I don't sugarcoat because I'm not smart enough to sugarcoat. And what that means is, if I tried to censor what the animal allies sent me in messages, I'd screw it up every time. They're smarter than I am. So I just say what they tell me to say. Here's the Chariot card. Now, what that means is run, don't walk. Start that business. Start it right now, because it's going to go very, very well. As long as you remember that you're better with your mind than you are with your body. And what that means is this. The other card that fell out of the deck is the Dragon card. And that means that you are strong-willed. But you tend to want to do everything yourself because, and please don't take offense to this, Rika, but you're cheap. You don't want to pay anybody a nickel if you think you can do it yourself. And you're always trying to haggle with people to get them down in cost. Stop doing that. Pay people what they're worth. Now, I'm the queen of haggling, right? It's in some cultures, if you don't haggle with them, they take offense to it. No joke. Like, they're like, what a dumb American. Like, they expect you to haggle with them. In the Asian culture, in the Indian culture, it's very much like that. And it's fun, right? But at some point, you've got to stop and go, here we go. Case in point, yesterday, this old boy came over to detail my car because I don't have a garage, and my car gets, there are trees everywhere. It gets full of pollen. It's eating my paint. It's, you know, it's a hot mess. So I watched him sizing me up, and I looked at him and I went, look, I know how much it is for the full detail, the full McGill. It's $400. That's what I signed up for. I'm not going to argue with you about it, but I expect a $400 job. Any other things? He looked me up and he down. He goes, I'll give you a $400 job. I said, great. That guy was here for 4 hours, almost 5. I never saw anybody detail a car like this. Consequently, I paid him more than $400. You should have seen his jaw drop to the floor, because it was worth it to me. When he comes back the next time, I'll get the same value. I'll get the same quality. But I'm telling you, this guy even, I can't even tell you what this boy did. You should see my engine. It looks like it walked off the showroom floor. It's unbelievable. I didn't know my car was in that bad of a shape. Honest to goodness. Now, having said that, let me also say this. Again, Rika, there's something about you I like. I'm not judging. I'm not casting a judgment, but I like you very much. There's something about your energy that says you're a very fine business person, but you're cheap. Don't throw good money after bad, meaning don't try to pay a nickel for something when a quarter will get you 75 times what you ever dreamed of, because people will get very tired of that, and you cannot do everything yourself. And the only thing you don't believe enough in is your smarts, and you're very smart. So there, I hope that's helpful, and I hope that you look into horses and the Chariot card, because that's going to get you where you want to go. All right, keep moving along. Oh my gosh, hold on, you guys. Holy cow. I actually was supposed to stop at 10. Give me 1 second. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Hold on, y'all. Give me a second. Sorry. I think I have to wrap this up. Hold on, you guys. I'm so sorry. Oops. Hold on, y'all. Oh my God. I got so into the readings. I would sit here all day and do this. Sorry. Hold on. Okay, I am going to have to wrap that up. I wish I could get to more questions, and I know I would if I just gave them like one-line answers, but they really bear going into. So, that being said, I love you all very much, and I do have to go. I'm sorry. I was actually supposed to be off at 10. I've got another meeting I've got to scooter poop into. I will be back on Friday. If you guys want to continue, here's the bottom line. Here's what I'm going to do on Friday. I'm just going to give away a bunch of junk and answer whatever questions y'all want me to answer. Because that's all I'm going to do, is answer whatever questions you want me to answer, and then do a bunch of junk. And hold on. Oh wait, hold on. Oh. Okay, hold on. Wait, I can stay. Hold on. Hold on. Aww. Hey, you guys want to see something neat? I'll show you something neat. Hold on. I'll give you a preview. Hold on. Ooh, I could do more teaching stuff now because I know how to share my screen. Ooh, that could be cool. Hold on. Sorry, y'all. I can stay if you want me to. Anybody wants me to stay till 10:30? I'll hang out for the next 15 or 20 minutes. Hold on, and I'll show you something cool. So I was supposed to meet with my web developer, but his dog is got to go to the vet. You know me. I'm all about the animals. So we're working on the front of my new site. It's just my site with no ads. People got really sick of my ads. I got sick of them too, but I can't help it. Hey, what do you guys think of this? So here's the front to the new site. Yay! And these are not done yet. Obviously, they're out of place, but here we go. What do you think about that? These are the products, the altar cards, the mugs, the blah, 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 blah. I'm not, kind of like it. What do you guys think? Looking up? And cool stuff. If you size this, everything resizes. What? Because I got to have a bear and everything. Hey, what do you think? Thank you. Hey, for the, oh, wait, listen. And by the way, for, okay, I'm glad you like it. Anyway, he can't meet, so I can stay. For those of you that are interested in my business class, I have started to put that together right away. I will have an outline for you all within the next 2 weeks. And I'll send out an email to everybody that wanted to be on that email list, and I will offer you some times and all that kind of thing. So, because this is not going to be a joke. Like, this is not going to be a three workshop business class. Those of you that have said, yes, teach you how you want to question. Carla, thank you. Wow, I love that put like that. Thank you. Here's why I want to question like I want it, because that's the most helpful to you all. I've been doing this for so long. I know it's most helpful in my world. It may not be helpful in your world, but in my world. All right. So anyway, just very quickly, those of you that are interested in the business class, again, it's like why I don't answer yes or no questions. A little bit is not helpful. A complete overview is helpful. So this is going to be like a 6-month deep dive. Like, here's the business you want to build. Here's how you do that online, step by step, where I actually will be opening some of my own personal numbers and that kind of thing to you. Because in the absence of that, I don't know why you would ever listen to a word I would say. So you're going to get to see what I do and how I do it and that kind of thing. So how I want to question. So Carla, welcome. And here's the story. Yummy. Today I'm answering questions about fear. And I would love for you to ask or cite what your fear is and ask something like, how do you heal it? What's the source of it? How do I overcome it? How do I face it? Anything that's going to give you any kind of question where the answer will give you specifics to work with, right? Like, it's no good just to say yes or no about something, because what does that even really mean? Like, again, back to the lemur story. Oh my God, I was devastated for days. Yes, that lemur absolutely did not, that lemur was healed from dehydration and whatever else was wrong at the time, but dehydration can cause a twisted intestine, and there's no coming back from that. But that wasn't the question that was asked, and I didn't dive deeper because, next time I will. I have permission now from my friend Johnny Sue. I have permission to deep dive into everything, so I'll check stem to stern. I won't ever answer a question that's just that one question again, ever. That will never happen. For those of you that missed the lemur story, you'll have to watch the video again. Anyway. So, all right, going back to questions. I have an ad blocker. I have a stupid people blocker. Oh, Rika, you're so welcome. Oh, I'm so glad you weren't offended. Are you cheap? I used to be. I grew up with such lack mentality, poverty mentality. It was excruciating to me to shell out money because I was always so afraid that if I put it out, I wouldn't have it again. That's, you grew up in poverty, that'll do something to you. Hold on, I'm going back to questions. I'm going to try to find them. Hey, y'all, please don't get offended if I am not taking these questions in order. I'm really, for real, trying to go through them and get them in order, but my chat will only go back so far. Mindy, you didn't ask a question. You just stated what your fear is. I fear that the truth will not be revealed. Oh, snap-a-dap. Joe's Mystiques, that's a yes or no question. Will CJ get the karma he deserves for what he's done to me? That's a yes or no question. I don't answer yes or no questions. My question to you would be, how do you know that he deserves karma for that? And how are you judging what karma he should deserve? What if in another life you were a total jerk to him and you're paying it back? That, I'm not saying that's true. I'm not saying that's true. I'm asking, have you considered that? Will justice be served on my estranged husband? Mindy, that's the same exact question that I was talking about with the person that just asked about karma. What justice? Who decides that justice? How are you judging that justice? I have to tell you something. Listen, y'all. I used to have a bumper sticker on my 380Z, right? I thought I had really arrived when I was a kid and I could buy a 15-year-old 380Z. And I had a bumper sticker that read, payback is a moral imperative. Payback is a moral imperative. I thought it was hilarious at the time. There wasn't anything funny about it. That made me so small and so small-minded, because who did I think I was? I didn't know anything about past lives. I didn't know anything about sacred contracts. I didn't know anything about all that. I just, listen, I grew up in a true blue apple pie and Chevrolet kind of, mentality. And people deserve to be punished. They deserve this. They deserve that. Who said so? And what if in another life you were a horrible, horrible person to them, and you agreed to come back in and let them be horrible to you for whatever the lessons are? Maybe, I don't know. But when I start hearing people say, or I start watching people say, so and so deserves this, according to whom? And who do you think you are? Right? That's always my comeback. It's really not meant in a demeaning way. It's meant in a way that makes you go, oh, well, who am I? You don't know what people deserve. You don't know what people need. That's my funniest thing. When I get emails when people say they watch me on a live, or they this or they that, and they're like, you need to blah, 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 or this person needs to blah, blah, blah. Delete, 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 delete. I just delete those emails. Don't tell me what I need. You don't know. You don't know me, and you don't know other people. You don't know what they need. Now, if you suggest something like, if I may, perhaps this might help, or something like that, and somebody can receive it that way, because it's really all about what people can receive. Most people cannot receive. You need to. People don't like to be told what to do. We're indoctrinated to follow that oftentimes, but no one likes to be directed and told what to do. Yo-yo in concert. That would be amazing. I'll go to Yo-Yo Ma any day of the week. All right, hold on. I don't want to even ask because I know I have a fear of loss. Then don't ask. Angel Heart. Come on now. Angel Heart, you are always worried. I love you, gal, but you are a worry wart. Stop it. Stop being worried. No reason for that. I never saw a person work so hard as you do, Angel Heart. My God, you've got the whole world on your shoulders. That's only going to last so long. Okay. Hold on. Dad and Mom went to sailing, had their boy in Salem Willows. I hated sailing, considered a black sheep, lamb liver. Horse love. That's funny. Yes, I want to. Oh, I want to make my own tarot deck. Oh, yeah. Is that, I didn't see anything about, yeah, I didn't see anything about Asia, but I really, no, you're good. Someone mentioned Asia as an inquiry you might have missed. I got the info I was hoping for. Oh, okay, great. I'm glad it helped. I still see a connection to Asia. May have a reading. Hi, Ivory. Yes, you can have a reading as soon as you ask a question about fear. Okay, I have a herophobia. Here. You have a herophobia. I don't know what that phobia is. A herophobia? Jane, can you put what kind of phobia you have, please? Well, it doesn't really matter. Spirit knows. Hold on. Let me pull a card. This is for Jane Fowler. Shoot, you may not still be here because I was like, bye, everybody. Hold on. Oh, gosh. I've totally lost. How can I stop fearing and keep healing? Glenna Davis. Valerie Wolf, fear of not being enough. What will help me overcome it? Working with your wolf. No joke. Let me tell you something. Animals are not fearful. They are cautious and they are discerning. But you got to go some to instill fear in a true wild animal. Now, domesticated animals, they've learned fear because people suck. But oh goodness gracious me. You had a 300Z, Bev? Ah, we all wanted them, honey. Maybe it was a 300. 300, 380? I don't remember. Maybe it was a 300. Okay, y'all, this chat has gone buck wild. So here's what I'm going to do. Because I really do have to go. It's 10:30 and I do have to go. I'm going to pull one card for everybody. And no matter what your question is about fear, this is the animal and this is the card for you. So and there it is. Tiger. I'm going to pull another card. Honest to goodness, I think it was my psychometry skills that pulled this card. Because we started out with this card. We started out with Tiger, which, by the way, is another king. Can I just tell you? King of Wands. Okay, so we've got 3 kings in a row. Vegas, baby! We're going to Vegas! All right, hold on. Here's another card. Wowzers. Okay, listen up, y'all. The Weasel, the 7 of Swords. Okay, this is the story. Okay. This is the card for everybody. You want to know what fear you have? Oh, a severe phobia. Got it. All right. You are not going to like this answer at all. But this is the answer for everybody in your fear. What you think you're afraid of is not actually what you're afraid of. It's really not. The devil is in the details, and that's what the 7 of Swords card is all about. And what that means is it's just impossible to heal something unless you know really what it is that you're healing. And people have a really tough time getting down to the core of it because it can be extremely painful. And what I mean by that is this. I believe I've used this example before, but I'm going to use it again. For those of you that have heard this story before, I apologize, but it's extremely apropos in this situation. So I have a client whose son was murdered year before last. Or no, earlier this year, like March of this year. And when she called for a reading, I didn't know that. I didn't know that at the time. Came up in the reading, so on and so forth. She called me back a couple months later and she said, hey, I want to start a charity. I said, okay. I said, what does your charity want to be? And she goes, well, I want to start a cooking show because my son was a sous chef and he wanted to work his way up to be head chef, own a restaurant one day, so on and so forth. He loved cooking and he felt like that kept him off the streets. And I want to start a cooking show. And I'm like, okay, why do you want to start a cooking show? And she said, well, because I want to help blah, 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 blah. And she kept on 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 and she kept on. And finally she said, you're awful quiet. I said, right, because why you think you want to start a cooking show is not why you want to start a cooking show. She said, really? I said, yep. She said, okay. Why do I want to start a cooking show? I said, hi, my name is, I said her name. In March of 2021, my son was murdered. You should have seen the look on her face. She just stopped breathing. I thought she was going to fall through the floor. He was a sous chef who dreamed of being a head chef. He cited, cooking kept him off the streets, kept him out of trouble, blah, 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 blah. I'm doing this in his honor, in this memory. I know what cooking did for my son, and I'm going to help other people, blah, 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 blah. That's it, short and sweet. That affected her so deeply in her core because she had not said the words, my son was murdered, before that. Right? Okay. It's the same as when someone says, well, I'm not sure I want to be in this world any longer. Okay, so are you thinking about committing suicide? Well, no, 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 they can't say no because that's what they're saying, but it's different. It's very different. The words sound different. They feel different. The intent is different. And animals are not interested in subterfuge. They can smell it a mile away. That's why they say dogs and cats are the best judges of characters. I'll tell you guys a story very quickly. Many years ago, I was single again. What else is new? And I went on a date with this old boy, and we'd gone on a couple of dates. I didn't like him very much, but I was bored and I didn't have anything else to do, honest to goodness. And one night he came in and we were just going to have a quick drink, and he was going to go home, believe me. And we sat down in my living room, and one of my cats jumped up on me, turned his tail towards me, and he sprayed me like a male cat sprays. I said, our evening is concluded, and I don't care to date you again. Thank you. Goodbye. Just like that. That guy was like, what happened? Wait, what happened? I was like, I don't need to explain myself to you. Would you kindly leave? Well, over the next couple of months, homeboy stalked me. Homeboy peeked in my windows. Homeboy did all kinds of things. My cat jumped up on me and sprayed, my male cat, by the way, my big, fat, black male cat, all black cat, bear, because this is a big old cat, jumped up on me and sprayed me right in the chest. Are you kidding? Are you kidding? How could you ignore a message like that? And that was way before I was into the woo-woo. Well, not way before. I just kind of started to dip my toe into the woo-woo because my mom had been killed at that point. And I was dipping my toe into the woo-woo, right? Okay. So, Glamoween. It wasn't Glamoween. It was Bear, but right, Amy. So here's the story. That card, the weasel card, the Seven of Swords, please look into weasels and Sevens of Swords. Something is being hidden from you and you're actually hiding it from yourself. The devil is in the details. And once you get to the details of really why you're afraid about something, like for instance, with Stephine, and again, I hope she's not offended, but with her, just even finding out, or like she thinks she's afraid of this or afraid of that, actually why she's afraid of stepping into her own power is because that's going to take her some levels above, or maybe a little more accomplished, or just there's no judgment there. There's no right. There's no wrong. There's no this person is better than this person. It's not like that. But it's about if you've got a family with a history of this and you want to do this. Well, hey, Georgie the pirate. Then, oh, hey, Stephine. So that is the drama. That is the drama. But it can be really tough to feel that, to know that, right? So that is the story. So I love you guys very much. Very, very much. And ooh, Natasha, that's really interesting. I love you guys. I will see you on Friday. Please have your questions prepared for Friday, because I'm not going to blab at the beginning of Friday. I'm just going to give a bunch of junk away, and I'm going to answer questions quickly and hopefully efficiently. And I will see you for, I hope this has been helpful. As always, do good for animals, including yourself, and what? Stay wild. Take care.